Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Granblue Fantasy versus Community League. We're here again today. My name is Mike Ross, and I'm joined with Ebonic Plague for another one. Ebonic, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. We're here to talk about Korea. I mean, NA South.
Oh, whoa.
And no, but for real though. Yeah, no, we're here to talk about NA South, which was actually a number of players that we got to see very recently at an offline event. And there's a few of them here in the top 4 as well. And so we're gonna get to see some of that prowess. I mean, I guess not too big of a surprise that some of them are still alive, but
Yes.
there is one or two things that I was surprised that happened, some upsets, if you will. So
Yeah, why don't you speak a little bit about that? I mean, if you're looking at the bracket right there, you can draw conclusions on what the upsets are. But yeah, go ahead. Why don't you touch a little base on that?
yeah, well, I mean, the past weekend prior to this was a tournament in Florida, Otaku, that happened where MBK Mad Best Killer took the W. With Neokarsh in second place, right? And as you can see, Neokarsh is up there versus Senpai Spider in Winners Finals. But Mad Best Killer has fallen to the Matera army with like Axon Star and I think Cello was the other one that took down MBK.
Yeah,
So,
apparently there's a tear. Nope. Hold on, let me reframe.
you
I made a
promised.
promise to you.
You promised.
All right, I promise. There's a lot of Materas out there, and they are putting in work. And I just want to give a shout out. I don't know if they're in the chat right now, but Blue261, thank you for holding down the that top 8 earlier. I was watching it, and I got to see Jan in H-Town, old Jan, pull off one of the sickest comebacks ever against Cello with the landing that Ladiva special. It was absolutely amazing, holding it down, getting in on such a what I think is a bad match. But that's not sure that I'd have the best advice on whether it's a good or bad match, but I would just assume so. Is that right? The Ladiva versus Matera?
I mean, yeah, it's not the funnest matchup in the world, no, for sure. Especially with the changes to system mechanics that basically help out Matera and being able to get away from Ladiva. Backshift in particular is really good at being able to get away from Ladiva, because especially now Ladiva is, and this is my catchphrase at this point. Ladiva is trying her best. All right, she's received certain balance changes that has made life a little bit more difficult for her.
That's
right. So due to that fact, she's just out here trying her best.
Yeah.
And
That's right. More power to her. I'm not gonna hold any. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm a little bit biased here. I do love to watch Jam play. I like to see Jam put in work. So I do want to see how far Ladiva can go in this tournament. But of course, Jan is gonna have to be squared up against another Matera. In the loser side. So best of luck to Jan. Best of luck to everybody. Also want to remind you that all of the participants who did sign up are going to walk away with an exclusive in-game skin. You get this just for signing up. And again, there are more tournaments. If you want to try to get your hands on one of these skins, actually you don't need to try to get your hands on it. You just got to sign up, and you can go to bit.ly/GBVS League to learn when the next tournaments in your area are, and go ahead and register, and you can rock these skins and play against the best. And with that, I think we are just about ready to get into the winner side. We're going to jump over to the winner side, and again, just pulling that up, we have
it's gonna be a
Neokarsh versus
Neokarsh.
Neokarsh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and that's what y'all were talking about this last time with Callisto. And I think you all agreed that hands down it's Neokarsh. That's the
Catalina. That is the Catalina. Yeah, for sure.
Not the nicest, but it is the Catalina.
No. That name, that moniker, that title will forever be ingrained with Callisto. I'm sorry, but
Okay, yeah.
Neokarsh is the best Catalina player, and that has been proven through and through. And Senpai Spider has been what was like an up and comer, right? So Granblue Fantasy Versus is actually the like first big game that Senpai Spider got into, and to the point where a lot of people were making jokes because Senpai Spider for the longest time was only using easy inputs, never using anything else, right? And
amazing.
So like if you watch the input interpreter on the right side for Senpai Spider, you'll notice that a lot of the time it doesn't say the word good. When it says good, that's how you know the special move was done with a easy input or not, right?
Got
So,
you. Man, you know, that's just so beautiful to hear. It's like, you know, people always talk about, you know, barrier of entry for a game, and then here we have somebody who's dominating, who, as you say, like kind of use the special inputs or the quick inputs.
yeah. And so
that.
the greatest part about that is that has not stopped Senpai Spider whatsoever. Has basically come out to be one of the best Materas that the U.S. has seen. Maybe the best Matera. I mean, you know, easily one of the highest placing right now, right? So overdrive activation here too. And that's going to be great for Senpai because that's going to allow for all this chip damage. Yeah, and wow, what an anti-air right there from Senpai Spider.
Curious to see how Neocards are going to make any adjustments.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to be able to move around versus Matera as Catalina, right? You're kind of relying on catching Matera with impromptu decision making, right? So like there's one right there. Senpai Spider had anti-air Neokarsh at least 6 times prior and still not afraid of jumping, right? That's the kind of thing that you have to do. You have to gamble with your life total.
Yeah.
And you have to sometimes fake a lunge or actually go for the lunge, right? There's these things that just have to come out, yeah, that are unexpected and could be ill-advised a lot of the time.
So yeah, Neocarsh is going to have to take risks, essentially.
And I mean, the butterflies are already out with the OD too, so that's going to allow for the chip damage, but ducking under so you don't take too much life. And you'll notice that the life totals are even, and this has been really, really strong. Yeah, positioning from Neokarsh. Oh, rush down, that's full conversion right here. Wall bounce, that's going to finish it off. And one singular hit. There was very few full combos that entire round, but the one that mattered,
Yeah. Yeah, they were definitely fighting for the high ground.
It's over, Anakin.
Okay, nice. Jump and just opt into block.
And able to get away from the butterflies is really important, but not taking the throw bait right there. Ooh, full conversion, yep.
Jump. Damage.
Right into the combo limit. Yeah, there's never a worry about a DP on your jump in when it comes to Matera, but she does have the overdrive now. Oh yeah, that anti-air has been paying off so well. The butterflies are gonna help out, but there's a frame trap. Knockdown here. Look at all the damage.
Goodness.
One more hit is gonna finish this off. Oh, but there's the overdrive though, just outside of range. But oh no, Senpai Spider didn't think that they were out of range of the OD, so they just tried to back off with the Zephyr.
Nice, good patience there from Senpai Spider. Not getting opened up.
Yeah, and I mean this is the moment where Neokarsh could just one singular hit could lead to death. Oh, got the sweep, but isn't gonna be able to. Yeah, that's one of those I didn't believe in my sweep sort of deals. And there it is, the 5 Ls to finish it off. Yeah, I mean, if Neokarsh was able to have like some sort of omnipresent level of reaction, that could have been a different story. But I definitely don't blame somebody for being unable to guess, to react, I should say, to that sweep actually connecting into Skybound Art, right?
Yeah. Again, you know, it seems like Neokarsh was at optimal play and optimal decisions. Very patient in the approach. Not really much you can get away with here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it seems optimal, but on the other side, you have to think about how optimal Senpai Spider is on the keep away, right? Like, just basically keeping it so that Neokarsh has been unable to do anything damn near. It seemed very, very difficult for Neokarsh to move forward outside of the one round. Ooh, frame trap. Caught the jump, but wasn't able to get the full thing. But yeah, there's that anti-air right there with the close H. Bro, one more hit will do it. And there it is, yeah. Neokarsh had identified earlier that Senpai Spider was reaction teching rather than just like preemptively teching based on somebody running up. Because of the universal overhead that they did earlier, right? So they recognized that, like, okay, so I'll just start going for the throws, and you have to actually make that reaction happen or not.
That's right. Start forcing a tech, and then you hit him with the overhead. The ultimate mix-up. I like it. Training and conditioning.
Knockdown on this one, Josh. Senpai Spider just capitalizing as perfectly off of pretty much everything, and yeah, that's gonna be a kill. Easy money. off the universal overhead. The last time that Senpai Spider went for that Neo Karsh, blocked it, but not this time. You have to have the reactions on deck every time, not just once.
Oh.
Nice.
Successful parry there.
Yeah, reacting through the light roll, right? Because it's only 1 or 2 hits of armor, so you know you're the second you recognize that you've connected with it, using an EX projectile is so smart. But not gonna matter, as you've taken about half your life from one combo there from Neo Karsh. Tables have turned though.
Get some space.
Oh,
there it is. Just talking about that, trying to condition to get that overhead in, but Senpai Spider responds perfectly with OD.
Full conversion here on this one as well. And Senpai Spider is an OD. Does he go for it? No, combo limit. Okay. I was wondering if Senpai Spider was going to opt for the Super Skybound right there, but no dice, as the scaling would have been a lot. But yeah, that's the thing about running in this game is there is run recovery, right? So you are running into an issue of you have to spot dodge on reaction to an EX fireball like that just to be able to not get hit by it. And even then, Senpai Spider was an OD, right? That was going to do a ton of chip damage, basically putting you in checkmate situation on top of that. So, I don't know. Senpai Spider played that beautifully.
Yeah, Neo Karsh will not be out of it yet. Is going to get sent to the loser's bracket, but right now, you know, we were talking about the Materas. They're in the bracket. They're definitely causing some trouble, and Senpai Spider looks super strong. I don't know what the answer is to that.
Yeah, I mean, the way Senpai Spider was playing, it feels like the answer is well, like, you know, is lost to time at this point. But you know,
yeah,
that's one of the reasons why the bracket is double elim, right? You know, you get the one, and that's not enough. You have to stomp whomever you're gonna have to face multiple times. And so because of that, you know, there's a chance that, you know, Neo Karsh or Axon Star, Jan, and H-Town could, you know, be like, all right, I watched that winner's final set, or I was a part of that winner's final set. I can muster up a new game plan.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens, but we are going to get into some more Matera coming up. We got Axon Star versus Jan and H-Town. I don't know what's going to happen. Again, Jan, you know, I'm pretty sure right now he's, you know, decompressing. He's relaxed. He might have something in his right hand while he's getting ready for this match. And I can't wait to see if Ladiva, what'd you say? She tries? What is it?
She's trying her best.
She's trying her best.
Yeah. It's what I say for every quote unquote low tier in every fighting game. So I say,
yeah.
Well, the ones that actually have to struggle to win, I should say, is what I say, because you know, every game does have a low tier no matter what, because somebody's got to be the worst, but that doesn't always mean they can't win, right? So
yes. So how have the, you know, pardon my noobness, how have the changes affected Ladiva for the worse, we'll say?
Yeah, well, I mean, we mentioned a little bit about that previously, right? Backshift is an annoyance, I would say, for Ladiva, because, you know, Ladiva might be able to knock you down and put you into a grab situation, right? But backshift immediately gets that opponent out of dodge if they're in the mid-screen, right? Like, you can still backshift in the corner, but it's a little bit scarier because Ladiva has ways to, you know, actually be able to catch you backshifting while also still meeting you at the same time. Because every character can do that theoretically in the corner. It's just they have to be actually ready to do it. But backshift is what I would say is one of the scarier ones in my personal opinion. Overdrive is another one because it is another, hey, get away from me tool. Plus, you know, now all that bulldogging that Ladiva normally has to do, you know, where she's walking then blocking or running then blocking, right? Now she's taking chip damage for it because of OD. And so OD is obviously a help to her as well because, you know, it does increase the amount of damage she's doing. And, you know, that's pretty important, of course, for grappler life, right?
Right.
But right. There are the pros and cons to it for sure, in my opinion.
Well, I think we're ready then. Let's see if Jan has a plan for access. That wasn't supposed to, you know, I'm still keeping it mild right now. Okay, I promise you.
I don't know if I can trust you after today. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. I'm not 100% sure I can trust you anymore.
I promise you. I made a promise. I'm gonna keep it. There will be no corny jokes. Let's go.
It wasn't a joke. It was bars. That's all.
Right. Thank you. All right. Oh yeah, I never said anything about that. Some of them will definitely slip through the cracks. So there we go.
All right, but yeah, so Jan, this is one of the OGs. Like, you know, actually, now that I think about it, isn't this top 4 like one OG or 2 OGs versus two of the newer players?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Like now
yes, it
that
is.
I think about it, I wasn't that wasn't in my brain earlier, but now it's in my brain and
Got the. Yes, so.
coming into
I got
it,
the
Jan
match.
versus Accent Star.
Janet H-Town versus Axum Star. As Ebonic Plague put, we are witnessing Ladiva trying her best. This matchup, just on paper, it looks like a nightmare. Gotta,
Yeah.
you know, Matera has all the tools in the world to keep Ladiva out. So it's really a struggle on, can she get through the hurdles?
Yeah, I think one of the things that's very important to note though is like that Accent Star still has to play it properly, right? It's never completely free. And but yeah, that rush down going through because it's strike invulnerable, using it again to get the full conversion here. And now you're just in a bad way at that point. Accent Star. And that's kind of what we're talking about. You have to play it properly. Accent Star is playing it properly. To the point where Jan was frustrated enough that it felt like Jan was attempting to jump, getting caught with air unblockable, attempting to mash out of situations, getting caught on the frame trap. Accent Star is looking very strong right now. Wait, we're not done. Tried to sweep, but the Zephyr got above it right there. Was looking for the throw bait. Jan may not have bit on the throw bait, but still got hit. Double perfect. Now here's the deal. Jan does have a secondary. So, okay,
No,
well...
wait, Jan, don't rush into it. Take a sip first, Jan. You gotta breathe. Relax. Okay, there you go. Get frustrated.
Well, that's the thing is Matera doesn't exactly have a Dragon Punch to get out of Ladiva pressure, right? So once Jan gets in there, she has to deal, right? Like there's no other choice. Accent Star has to fight out by making only proper decisions.
Yeah. Oh man, this is insane. I don't want to see it go down like this. Jan was in such a great position, was about to get a perfect of his own, and now the tides have turned. Oh god.
Yeah, and you got to think about it. Accent Star also has OD available right now too, so this could completely change. Oh, but there it is, the rush. Strike invul to go through to be able to get the hit. That would have also went into the EX Lariat in case that didn't kill. So that was just a really good situation. And I mean, speaking of such really good situation, oh my god, look at the damage! ED tried to go for the Lariat, or excuse me, the SPD, but doubles after to get away from the sweep. I like that from Accent Star. Recognized that they were in a bad situation. Got out of there. Ooh, the low. Yeah, normally that's a double overhead situation, but that one ended up being low. No. Late projectile for the frame trap.
Took the bait. Oh god, good blocks. Good pressure.
But how long can you block though? Jan. Oh, but there's no EXs on deck. That's really good for Jan. There's still a chance, but the jump gets caught. The defense was almost immaculate, but I mean, you could only block for so long before chip damage to start to add up.
And again, if you guys are just tuning in, right before this match, Jen had to go through a Matera. Oh, nice! Jen had to go through a Matera right before this as well. So there's just an army of Materas in this bracket. And we know NA South does not play.
Plus frames right here. Even more plus frames. Never stopping with the plus frames. But look at how much chip that was just taken because of that, right? Oh my god, it just continues to add up. The Lariat gets stopped.
I think Jan wants it. Wants to pin Accent Star. I think it's coming.
I mean, Jan may want it, but I'm not 100% sure this. Yeah. And Accent Star keeping Jan out entirely right there, 2-0, and that was just such strong avenues of stopping approach, right? Like perfect geometrical decisions on the arrows, if you will. Did not skip that class whatsoever.
That's right. Yeah, the geometry or trig calculus, whichever one you need it. Hey, it's.
So congrats to Accent Star for moving on in the bracket. Jan and H-Town, unfortunately, going to be going down there at 4th. So, yeah, the Matera army will now have to attempt to stop the lone Catalina.
Yeah. The lone Catalina, of course. Neo Karsh is in there. We'll be going against Axon Star in the losers bracket. But before we get into that, we are going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with the losers finals. Welcome back, everybody. We have did some discussions. I learned a little bit more about what's going on and which characters need to try. So I'm going to ask you, Bionic, right now. We're going to go back with another Catalina versus Matera. This time being Neokarsh getting a chance against Axon Star. Does Catalina need to try her best in this matchup?
I'm not gonna say Catalina is trying her best,
okay.
But I am gonna say that this will be difficult if Axon Star is able to pull the same thing that both himself and Senpai Spider did previously. And what I mean by himself or themselves is that they were able to perfectly keep out Jam previously, right?
Yeah.
And so
nasty.
Yeah, no, it was super strong play, and so the onus at that point is on Neokarsh to be able to make sure that kind of thing does not happen. Because after the match with Senpai Spider, you could tell it's very difficult for Catalina to be able to move forward without having to run into something, right? And when you're fighting a zoner like Matera or any other character in another game, right? You recognize that you're gonna have to walk and block a certain number of projectiles before you finally just destroy them, right? So. Yeah. Neokarsh absolutely no stranger to that, given that they've been playing games for God knows how long at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the two.
Yeah, one of the OGs for sure.
Yeah. So it's kind of distracting because I think I'm seeing a lot of I see a chat window and I see that a lot of people are saying that Catalina does have to kind of try. And is struggling, so it's a bit of throwing off from what I'm used to when I see Catalina in a match. But I guess in this particular situation, I do understand because when I saw Neokarsh doing the winners, it did look like an absolute struggle for a character that normally gets her way and gets whatever she wants. It looked like she finally learned what it felt like to not be the popular girl in class.
Yeah. The chat's got to understand when I say try their best, there's a very specific connotation to the phrasing trying their best. That is not saying that it is not difficult for Catalina to move forward. There's just something else going on there when I say trying their best. That's all.
Yeah. Yes. I got you. And I think right now, I think the players are. Yeah, I think the players are ready.
Oh, cool.
Neokarsh, you ready? Action Star, are you ready? If so, let's
want a good clean fight?
On it. Oh. Yep. Let's get it out.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Don't forget to cite your source on that one.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that anyway. So without paying some serious royalties.
There it is. I got you.
All right, there it is. It's the Gita. Yeah. This is one of the other characters that Neokarsh has been playing for a little bit, and has had for the for certain matchups in particular.
Okay.
So I can't say I'm terribly surprised. Obviously, we've talked about Gita being just one of the best characters in the game. And also, this is just a really good character for people who have strong fundamentals, right? Because she's very good at the whip punish game, and she's very good at the conversion off of singular hits.
Right, like, okay, see, I was just about to say, I'm not going to argue with you. Absolutely not. That's a fool's thing to do. But I don't understand what makes Gita so good. I just don't see it. My noob eyes just don't see it. I understand she has such a solid play, but
this is something that would take a lot of explanation. In my personal opinion.
Right. Yeah.
But I can give you kind of a rundown. Obviously, the damage output is super strong. She's very solid in a lot of avenues. But no matter what you are dealing with, a player and a character that is very good at keeping another character out. Right?
Right.
So regardless of your strengths, if you don't have the end-all be-all of answers, you are going to still run into what Matera's game plan is at certain times. And it's just a matter of you have to get there, right? That mid-range is super, super heavily favored for a character like Gita because of this. Right? Look at the amount of damage, the amount of meter was built And the situation, and look, it cycled the cooldowns, got the Rekka back on the next mix-up, got the DP, has the regular Skybound art on deck, and is going to go into it. So any touch for Jita is really, really good for a number of reasons. And if you're in that mid-range, it's very hard for you to contest her. If you're at the far range, it's very hard to deal with her because she does have a fireball with some high durability if she so chooses to make it high durability, right? So there's just a number of reasons that you could mention, and I've only really scratched the surface, if I'm being real. Another one is right there, actually, that we just showed. Neocars is showing the run speed from Jita is actually very high by comparison to some characters. So, I mean, look at the damage, too.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's kind of ridiculous. And what I'm seeing, too, is she's getting high damage. You know, looks like you're about to take this round, this game, too.
One hit to conversion is much more than a lot of characters get in terms of damage output.
Believe in victory.
And she can close that gap into that far medium or that crouching medium to be able to get those hits, right? Or she can just put you all the way down to the corner. And then there you go. You've taken about half your life bar, and she's built over 50 meter from a singular moment.
Okay. You know what? See, this is my fault for asking such a silly question, and now it's just getting shown. I think Neocars is like, oh, you want to know why? Let me show you. It's kind of crazy, too, because after every, you know, essentially a knockdown, it seems like she has a safe pressure, you know, immediately right after.
Yeah, you know, safe jump that,
yeah.
that cycles into her cooldown so that she can do it again, right?
Yep.
And that's the mark of something very important in a game plan for anybody in Granblue, is being able to recycle back into their cooldown after using it. Ooh, but there's the anti-air. Yeah, that's air unblockable. Luckily for Neokarsh, the butterfly was not there. Also, luckily for Neokarsh, that throw was whiffed, and that round was taken. Oh, the sweep right there. And actually believed in that sweep, unlike in the Catalina match from previously. Tried to go for the Rekka on that. Oh, but there it is. Trying to keep the pressure going. Got the overhead, but again, the butterflies are just too far away.
Wow, that's some impressive range to jump from that far and still get the hit into a combo. I'm seeing it, man. I'm seeing it.
Yeah, but there's a possible answer right there from Accent Star is recognizing that the guard strings have all been strikes, right? So you use Rushdown to go use Strike Invulnerability to try and get through it, and that has afforded Accent Star a lot of extra real estate and a lot better of a situation. It does take 50 of your Skybound art meter. Yeah, and tried it again. I like the decision, because now you've gotten your offensive pressure back, right? Because Rush is plus on block. It's +4. Oh, but just got around the fireball right there to the knockdown. Ooh. Yeah, had to use the back shift just to be able to get away. But there's not 50 meter again. You can't use Rush. Yeah, so the jump is gonna get caught, and 50 meter is back. Rushdown is back as well.
Defense.
Oh, look at all that chip. Okay, so Chip Guts is gone. And yeah, Neokarsh is going to have to choose correctly now. Oh, overdrive into overdrive? Yeah.
Oh,
no. Delayed super Skybound art to be able to catch. There was two reasons why that was really good. If there was a button press from Neokarsh, it would hit. If there was no button pressed and instead there was a block, that was going to chip out, right?
Good. All right. That's what you're talking about too. You get the insane meter gain on that as well. Still has the pressure. This has been, what, 2 combos now? Oh, wait, no. That can't be right. Not off 2 combos.
It might be. It just depends.
I must have missed a hit in there. No,
it can't be. Did the easy input for all of it. Did the easy input for all of it, which was very smart because it was going to kill, right? Super smart from Neokarsh right there, because that was one of those situations. Oh, yeah, I believe it is still 2 out of 3, right? Yeah, okay. Just must have hit rematch on accident.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so right there, just did the easy input for the whole super. And the reason why I was saying it might be is because I was wondering if he was going to drop the input, but he was actually not doing the technical input, which is a deadly rave input, quote unquote. Yeah. It's nowhere near as difficult as deadly rave, but people like to call it that. So I'll just say that. But yeah. So because he did the easy input the whole way through, knowing that it would kill, or at least put, you know, Accent Star into a checkmate situation, you may as well do that, right? You get your guaranteed damage, even if it's a little bit less, just because you're guaranteed to be in a much better situation. For some reason, it doesn't kill.
Yeah, Yeah, you definitely want to play it safe too, because the worst thing that can happen is when you're in that situation and you drop it, right? Because of a failed input. So, yeah, sacrifice some damage for some safety. And so there we have it. Neo Karsh not rocking that Catalina, because I guess, it would have been a little bit too much of a struggle. Not going to argue with that. Clearly, the Jita was the right pick. Do you think we're going to see Jita in this run back in Grand Finals?
Well, now that the Jita is more warmed up than the Catalina, I think it would be a smart play, right? Because normally I'd be like, your Catalina's warmed up, so I totally understand, going versus Senpai Spider with the Catalina, despite the fact that you have the Jita. But now the Jita is warmed up, right? And you have quite a bit of time, plus you have a much more momentum on your morale side, right? Going into that, so you're able to take down one Matera. You just gotta do it again. That's all. And especially with Jita, it feels much easier. I would imagine.
Yeah. Right. I don't want to put any pressure on Neo Karsh, so I'm gonna add some pressure to Neo Karsh. But
those are conflicting statements.
So far in the community league right now, there's only been one player who has come back from the loser side, ZJZ from Southeast Asia, that came back and reset the bracket and won. Neo Karsh, there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders right now. I do like what I saw with the Jita. I'm very happy that, Ebonic Play was able to explain everything that you were doing at the time. It was amazing to actually see it happening as you were, kind of mentioning it. I think you have the skills to do it. So, no disrespect to Spider, but I'm excited. It looks like you got some work ahead of you. I don't think it's going to be easy for you in the winner side. This Jita looks serious and hungry.
Yeah, I mean, to talk up Senpai Spider, just to weigh the balance a little bit though. So I'll take this side for now. Is Senpai Spider has looking at the bracket, right? Senpai Spider has, where is it? Sorry, give me a moment.
Yeah, no problem.
Here it is. So Senpai Spider has had the pleasure of 2-0ing everybody in the bracket up until getting to top 4, right?
Nasty.
So you have to remember that. Then did 2-0 Neo Karsh. Like, unless these scores are not reported correctly, but like you have to run it. You have to wonder, what Senpai did to prepare for all this. And I mean, Senpai Spider's a grinder. Has been playing for quite some time at this point. Has been learning from the best. Neo Karsh versus Senpai Spider is something that I heavily look forward to again, especially with the Jita now. The Jita's on the table. I guess I can't say for sure that the Jita's going to be there. We've always got to wonder if maybe the Catalina comes back. Right. Because who knows? Like, Jita could have been like one of those refresher moments, right?
Yes.
Where it was like, I just needed to see it from a different perspective before getting into it. But okay, so it is gonna be the Jita. Senpai Spider is going with the Onray. Okay, so this is the secondary for Senpai Spider. This has been a secondary for about I don't want to say when Onray came out, but just like a little bit after is when I finally started seeing Senpai Spider kind of get into their wheelhouse, if you will, with Onray.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, so far throughout this entire league series of tournaments, I've only seen Henri once, and I believe it was Shuabu using.
It was Shuabu, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see this character played too often.
Not very popular, right? But is in my opinion looking pretty strong in this patch. Not going to say that he's like Jita levels, but definitely one of the better characters in my personal opinion. Oh yeah, right there, the far medium counter hit.
And I'm wondering if Senpai Spider is rocking Henri kind of comfortable. It's like knowing that I'm in winners. I can kind of pull out my secondary just to see how I do.
I would liken it to a matchup thing personally, because you have to double think how you're playing versus a character like Henri because he has parries. Yeah. And also he's very, very strong at keeping people out with those two moves right there, exactly. Yeah. With the far 5H and the stab.
Yeah, it's got a lot of range on that.
Ooh. And also that stab right there, that is a special move, and it also negates other projectiles, right? So if Neo Karsh attempts to use a fireball in attempts to take some space, it may end up getting negated. And there was that parry right there.
Whiff grab.
Pushed all the way to the corner. That is another strength of Jita right there, is that corner carry. But oh wow, comboed off of it? Oh!
Conversion.
But there it is.
Nice.
Yeah, strike invul with the rush down. Be able to get through. Oh, and that's a whiff punish right there. But luckily for Neokarsh, that is mid-screen. The fake out on the command dash there into throw. Senpai Spider and Neokarsh 1 round apiece here.
Start the round scrap.
Oh, wow. I'm very surprised that whiff punish. But yeah, taking the turn back with the Dragon Punch.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no.
I'm seeing it now. That dash is very quick, or that run, I should say, very quick. Yeesh. Safe.
Ooh, no punish on the roll. That's really good for Senpai Spider because it's going to give a second chance. Yeah. Got the knockdown here. Trying to go for the meaty. Okay, overdrive from full screen. Oh no, yeah. This is going to be real difficult to deal with because look at the extra damage. And now there's also going to be the chip on the stab, right? And yeah, overdriving right back so he doesn't have to deal with that crazy amount of chip.
That's crazy.
Oh, tried to go for the anti-air. Not going to be able to get it. Just remain safe, though. But that did use an EX. So that cooldown is gone until about now.
That is insane.
Yeah,
That's
and it's
so
just
scary to deal with.
Yeah, Neokarsh is trying to pick and choose spots absolutely perfectly, right? And oh no, that could be a moment for Neokarsh to get in, but stays away because of the parry. And there it is, caught the run. And that was the situation we talked about in a previous match where there is run recovery. You cannot immediately block after running forward.
Oh, Neokarsh got to sit and think about this one for a second.
Yeah, do you go to the Catalina or not? That's
Yeah.
always going to be the question.
Yep. It seems like Jita would be the right pick here, though.
Yeah, I mean, Jita's going to cover multiple matchups, so you got to remember that Neokarsh is a Catalina main through and through, right? 90% of the experience of Neokarsh is on that Catalina. Oh, but there's that anti-air again. The jumps are just not finding their mark, but Senpai Spider's anti-airs and whiff punishes are. Oh, caught the roll! Meaty overdrive setup.
Oh, nice.
All the way to the corner, yep. Great corner carry, that's big damage. And now one more hit could very well do it. And I mean, yeah, super skybound art.
Yep.
Sometimes you pick wrong on wake up and you die for it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm actually, I'm really enjoying seeing Henri's toolset here.
He's a very cool character. He's different than the other characters in Granblue for sure. Which was really nice and really refreshing when he first came out. Ooh, but caught the spot dodge, so got the counter hit here.
Oh, Jita.
But there's the overdrive. Yeah, that's gonna be a way to get
pressure.
out. Ooh, caught the roll after the command dash. That's really good for Senpai Spider, because look at the damage on just a regular combo thanks to OD.
Look at that. That is ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous.
You gotta find your way to deal with it, whatever it may be. And the hard way to deal, the reason it is difficult to deal with is because Senpai Spider doesn't have to lunge every time. He does not have to spear stab, right? He can just decide not to. He can 5H instead, or he can do something else, right? So, you try to jump and then you get anti-aired for it because you thought, oh, I wanted to jump over it. And now look at what it's afforded to. You're stuck in the corner. Ooh, wanted to 5H that, but unfortunately that jump in was just a bit too good. Yeah, but there's another anti-air.
Oh.
That's the rock, paper, scissors game that you have to play with versus Henri there too. Is he could parry, or he could overdrive. Had to block the overdrive on that one though. It was just a bit too far away, unfortunately.
Oh, good
attack. Oh, but that's full conversion. Yeah, Neokarsh. One hit and a dream was all that was required there. Neokarsh, one apiece now.
All right.
Believe in victory.
Sticking with Henri. I mean, got no reason to switch.
It's still doing pretty well despite that loss right there. It was one apiece and it was close, so.
Yep. Still having the
tried to
on
stop
standby.
Yeah, on retainer, you know.
Yep, on retainer. That's right.
Ooh, the 5H. Yeah, that's actually gonna get past the jump in. That was really lucky on terms of the timing.
Yep, that was. I don't know if that was planned. It looked like it almost.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I don't think it was, but you know, there's no way for me to know for sure. Right? Like, oh, but this might do it. There it is.
Oh. Cheetah damage.
You just got to be ready. That once you're in that range, once you stepped into her wheelhouse, she can just hit you for a massive amount.
Oh,
okay.
Jump.
Yeah, so Neokarsh has changed to using jump U instead of jump jump medium or jump light because it covers both sides. Because remember the last couple of times Senpai Spider has used the 5H or the roll and gotten past it and then punished the landing.
Oh man.
There is a power raise on deck. Oh, you got spot dodge. It's over. You're done, son.
My.
You're done.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Neokarsh getting real powerful right now. Senpai Spider taking a second.
This is where Senpai Spider has to ask themselves the question of, do I let my Henri run it out and then worst case scenario I have Matera for the reset, or do I not risk it, go to Matera right now and just try to close it out?
I think if you're gonna switch to Matera, you should probably do it now because you want it warmed up.
Yes,
but that's just my personal opinion. Because if it loses prior to the bracket reset, at least you've played a game with it, so you can kind of get that back.
Yep.
Yeah, so
like
it is
a free chance.
Neokarsh is on bracket reset point here. So it's 2-1. Oh, caught the Rekka.
I got caught by the Michael Jordan comment. That's pretty good. Yeah, Jita's jumping is kind of insane, so it makes sense.
Wow, a very rarely used move right there for Senpai Spider. I barely ever see people use that, but use it to get out of a bad situation. So, yeah, there it is again.
Oh, so you haven't seen this? Let me show it to you again.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I was trying to set up for chip, and Neokarsh, excuse me, had to DP out. That was required just to not get chipped out. But there it is, yeah. OD on the normal is going to be able to cause a chip out. Senpai Spider's going to take that round.
Pressure. Oh.
Ooh, yeah, the last couple of times Senpai Spider has been going horizontal with that, not diagonal. So, you know, he's probably expecting to catch Neokarsh off guard. Not the case, though.
Ooh, oh, man.
Attempting the frame traps, but not getting them. Ooh, caught whatever button that was.
Yeah. Yeesh. Running right into it. Oh, no.
Ooh, that's a punish, yep.
Punish, yep.
I love that Neokarsh, the second he sees the jump, he's willing to run as far forward as possible to try to cover both options of either the dive kick or the horizontal dash, right?
Yeah, just reacting to it instantly.
Yeah, because if you block the dive kick, you get your punish. If it's the horizontal version, you may be able to punish on the way down. But if not, you're at least in neutral, right? And you're in a much better position.
Ooh.
Another anti-air. Yep.
Senpai Spider not allowing any space.
Yeah, if there's one skill you learn playing Matera, it is definitely how to anti-air.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, trying to hold the stab just a few more times just to try and change up the timing and make it so Neokarsh is unable to choose jump-ins properly. Oh, but caught it! Okay, this could be a completely different match now.
Oh, no. Oh. That was perfect, Whoa.
Overdrive. That's going to save Neokarsh, and that's going to put in a good positioning. Because now a lot of this could be chip. Oh, got caught by the 5H, and then the full connection on the projectile. There was a chance that Jita fell out of that, and that chance was not there this time, luckily for Senpai Spider.
Shall I treat you?
Okay.
Two.
Oh my god, this is for everything, for Neokarsh.
And Neo Karsh
Absolutely
absolutely needs it.
Yeah. Neo Karsh not playing patient at all this time, just bringing the fight right to Sensei Spider. Look at that, just running up. Whew.
Yeah, that's just, you can see the change in game plan, or at least the attempt at a change in game plan, because of that nature, right? You're getting antsy, you need to make it happen. Ooh, dropping the combo though. That could have been a hard knockdown.
It's kind of that, you know. Oh, jeez. Don't want to give your opponent time to think, so you just kind of want to rush them down.
Oh. Yeah, that could have been a pretty bad drop, but oh well. Wait, hold on. Is this?
No,
hold on.
No.
Okay.
Please.
I think that was death. I'm gonna be real with you. I actually think that could have killed. I'm being 100 with you right now, Mike.
I would have sent a formal complaint if that did kill.
Well, not gonna matter, you know.
Yeah.
Battle 2. Engage.
There's the dive kick. Trying to keep himself a little bit more safe with the different version of the dive kick this time.
Now Neo Karsh on match point to reset the reset the series. The set. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you had it right the first time. You got it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, here, knockdown. No parry. Okay, yeah, delayed parry. I like the decision. Delayed parry is good because you at least get to see what the player is going for first before you go towards the parry. Okay. Backs off, but yeah, there's that jump U, and again, that adaptation has stayed from earlier. Recognizing that you have to use jump U as your jump in more often. Overdrive. Hey, here comes that chip.
Good.
Or just big damage, whichever.
Look at that.
Caught the anti-air and knew the jump was coming immediately.
Ooh, dodge.
The Matrix out here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, anti-air and yeah.
Oh man, that's got to be frustrating. That's such, you know, really good distance to be able to anti-air like that.
And final round here, tournament point or bracket reset point now. Oh, delayed it! Yeah, has started to recognize all of the dodges coming out, so delaying the spear stab. Running in with no fear. And yeah, there it is again. Ooh, missed the micro dash there just to be able to get the combo off it. Oh, caught the run up again. Not gonna wall bounce. That's really lucky for Neo Karsh, but that's gonna hit, and this should finish it off. That's gonna do it. Senpai Spider has stomped the attempted legacy of anybody coming back from losers, and has done it with honor.
Congratulations to Senpai Spider, an excellent performance. And I'll tell you what, I guess I didn't see it coming that we wouldn't see either a Catalina or a Matera in the grand finals right there.
They went to secondaries.
Secondary the whole way, and who knows what would have happened with the other characters, but it doesn't matter at this point because it is what it is. And congratulations, that was amazing play. I don't know, any thoughts on what you saw with that match there?
I thought my thoughts were that was incredible. that was super strong. That was really fun to watch. No, and I mean, the one thing that you brought up was so proper and so exact to the analysis of like why Senpai Spider was able to win that, and it was the range that he was standing at. And you're talking about being able to both get an anti-air and stop any sort of grounded approach at a particular range. Ridiculously good.
Yeah, like no, I noticed that had the poke / projectile damn near that, you know, kept Neo Karsh at bay, and then just kind of kept it at that distance the whole time. It was like, what are you gonna do? You gonna jump? I got the anti-air. It was weird. It was that perfectly spaced. So congratulations to Senpai Spider, and I believe, let me double check real quick. We are going to go to a break right now, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we are going to have Senpai Spider with us for an interview. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. And again, we want to congratulate our winner who is actually joining us now, Senpai Spider. Senpai Spider, are you there?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, there he is. Senpai Spider.
Got you. Looking fresh right now.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations on an amazing finals. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling over the moon right now. Um, Definitely didn't think I was gonna be able to really like pull it off. Honestly, top 4 was kind of the goal, but I went a lot further than that, so I'm happy.
Shoot for the moon or aim for the stars. Wait, shoot for the stars. Shoot for the moon. Aim for the stars. You gotta understand. Forgive me for right now. Just forgive me for right now. But
We love you, Mike. We love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So like, you said you weren't expecting these results, but when Ebonic Plague was looking over the bracket, you kind of ran through everybody. I don't know if it was easy in the earlier matches. We didn't get to see the ones before top 8. What was the hardest match you had in the tournament, man?
Honestly, I think it's probably a tie between having to play against Cello or Neokarsh, just because usually whenever I do run into Neokarsh, I kind of get ran pretty well, or pretty clean. But to send them to losers and then to have a really, really close grand final set, definitely felt really good. So that was a really tough match to kind of cut through, but also having to
Definitely
play
seemed tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ebonic, you had a question too. I think about the match, right?
Oh well, so Mike and I were talking a little bit, and one of the things that Mike was thinking that because you had a bracket reset under your belt, you could pick Onray, and my assumption was maybe that you were playing Onray for a matchup specific thing because you knew Jita was on the table. When are you trying to pick Onray over Matera?
Usually I'm trying to pick Onray over Matera, usually in shuttle matchups or certain rushdown characters, like I'll pick it against Charlotta, or I'll sometimes pick it against Six, but it's very player dependent. Other than that, I'll just run Matera.
Can you touch on that real quick? What do you mean by player dependent?
Like if a player has certain habits that
yeah,
I'll try to point it.
I know where you're getting at. So sorry.
I use them
Let
as
me not put words into your mouth. My fault.
I hate to be that guy, but I kind of use them as like a sort of mutant killer, just like the kind of like very mutated. I gotta get in play style to cover certain instances that Matera just can't. Especially with jump ins, it's a little harder to kind of anti-air with Matera, just due to her having a blockable 2H, and then Far M being kind of dice rolly with class situations, whereas Onry I can just 63 or I could just Far M or even 2H, and it's fair game.
Yeah, the anti-airs definitely seemed on point in that grand final set for sure. So
how do you feel like you're super comfortable with the zoning because of playing Matera, or you're seeing it on the fly? What was your like mindset when getting the spacing? Are you simply looking for anti-airs because it was too perfect?
This is gonna be a very, very weird answer, but if you don't already know, that I have a competitive mode background, and my main role was AD carry. So a lot of that spacing and trying to stay as safe as possible while getting the damage in kind of boiled over into my Granblue playstyle, especially with just zoners. So making sure that I'm at an optimal range where I can throw something out and I'm not really too at risk is what usually goes through my mind.
It's not a weird answer at all. I actually like to hear it. Seeing that skills transfer over from somewhere else. I respect it. That's awesome. And also I have to ask this because it was mentioned. Ebonic mentioned this. You said you came from a MOBA. Is Granblue can't be your first fighting game, right? Competitive fighting game.
It's my first competitive fighting game.
I told you. I told you. I don't know what you want from me.
I wanted something else. I wanted that to be the well. This was the weird answer. So this is your first competitive fighting game. You come in and you just win a tournament with ease. Well, I'm not gonna say with ease. Let me put some respect, on the players that you played against. Definitely wasn't with ease, but you win the tournament. The Ebonic Plague mentioned that you also, when you started this, you were using simple inputs. Are you still using simple inputs?
Yes. Most of my inputs are simple inputs.
I told you.
I think it's one of the big draws that drew me to Granblue, besides being familiar with the IP and playing the mobile game before the fighting game came out, was the easy to use inputs for people who just struggle with quarter circles or to struggle to try to get the nuances of fighting games, and it kind of just makes it quick and easy to play. And then the cooldown system, again, coming back from MOBAs, I can read my cooldowns and I know what's up, what my opponent has, so I can just play around it. So it's really, really cool, and it kind of just flows well together.
This is like the best thing I'm hearing. This is everything like a developer wants to hear, right? Like they put all of these features and mechanics in to hopefully attract newer players, and you're like living, breathing proof that it works. And not only that, but you're beating OGs in fighting games. Right. Zombie putting words in my mouth. That is not what I said. Neokarsh is an outstanding player, and it was a very tough match. Let me just reiterate, it was an extremely tough grand finals match. You were against the ropes. And I think you already kind of mentioned it, but had you lost to Neokarsh in that losers, were you going to switch to Matera in grand finals, or were you going to rock Andre the whole way?
I was probably going to just run the Matera just to kind of just see what was going to happen. And then if it just came down to just, I don't have any more games left, you would have been up 2 games, that I would have just switched back to the Andre.
Nice. Okay.
Last hurrah.
All right. So what you have any plans for any upcoming tournaments for you? I hear you are attending some offline events. Are there any ones you got circled on the calendar?
Frosty, Combo Breaker, depending on if Granblue or even maybe Project L. If Project L is at Evo, then I'll definitely show up for that. But as far as the plans that I have in place, it's definitely Frosty, definitely Combo Breaker.
You're talking about Project L Evo. This guy is already planning for Evo 2027. That's crazy. All right, I see. you planning way ahead. I respect that.
Yeah.
Well, Ebonic Play, you have anything else for Senpai Spider before we let them go?
I just want to congratulate Senpai Spider again. It's super awesome to have you win the first NA South. You're not allowed to enter the next one, so you're out of here. But
bye me. I didn't even want to come back anyway.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
But but for real though, congratulations again. Super happy to see you play, and can't wait to see you as a representative later on.
Absolutely. Yeah, congratulations. Truly awesome, and thank you for sharing that information with us. That's so cool to hear.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck. Thank you, Senpai Spider. Wow, you were not kidding. How I was writing in my virtual notes that everything you said was a lie. I didn't want to believe any of it.
That's fair. I'm not a trustworthy. I understand. I'm not a trustworthy individual. I get you. Yes, you're right.
The simple inputs, the first competitive fighting game, that couldn't be real. That couldn't be true. And sure enough, prove me wrong. I'm eating my own words. I will never question you again. I'm pretty sure I said that the last time we were doing this. But yeah, for reals though, that's quite impressive. That's so dope.
No, I heavily agree.
Yep. Well, with that, we do want to thank all of you for tuning in and watching the NA South Granblue tournament. Don't forget, there is still plenty more opportunities to sign up. Go to bit.ly/GBVS League for more information on when you can sign up. This has been an absolute pleasure. Again, I want to thank Ebonic Plague. I want to thank all of you for watching, the Granblue community out there. This is really cool. This has been so much fun, and I cannot wait to see y'all on the next one.